Is June 23rd, 2025. Oh my God. I worked last night on the 22nd. I come into work. There was that guy out on the phone with somebody else again. Totally different person. This one, I don't get it. And acting stupid at this point is intolerable. This guy's on the phone with him. You can hear him. He said, Melissa told Dixie that the chief of police gave them special permission. Yeah, we all realized how not funny it was. Well, we had said if she was just going to say that about him, that no one's to help her, and here they're saying about him. You're slow, right? I'm not even going to be nice to you at this point. In 18 and 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and on. 18 and 19, 20, they were running the scam of the retired Judge Pete, friends with Judge Timothy Ludick and Judge Stephen, letting him get away with crimes, and the Portage County sheriffs were helping him. Okay? Because they were friends with him. Huh? Let's see, even pulled that scam at Big Family Church in front of thousands. Louisville, Maslin, Ravenna. So who are you that don't know about their scam? And they were telling everyone that. So who are you? To the point that in 21, I went 2020 or 21, I went up to the Portage County Sheriff's and confronted them, maybe 22. And they said, I've never heard of a retired Judge Pete from Ravenna. I have to ask Ludick who his friend is, because they were telling it all over Louisville. So, and everywhere else. So who are you that you are acting like you didn't know? Seriously. Okay. Now, today, I worked all night, had to take my client to work, went home, got a shower, had to go to the office. And then when my husband got home from his farm, we went to breakfast. Some guys come in and were talking. They said some attorney's office thought they could have her drugged for fake confessions and have her being raped. Okay. I had went to walk up front, and I'll tell you what, some guys were talking. We all heard that one agency where they said that one guy was helping the police get the drug dealers, that he didn't know about it, that guy had been lying on Saturday. An agent was following me around. So I was listening to Karen. She described the surveillance laws perfectly. They said that one guy was helping the police get the drug dealers. I didn't know about it. Had to be just him saying that. To fool the police. See, they were talking about that. Where that agent said that it's just that guy saying it to fool the police. I wonder if he's the one they call Karen's Will. I wonder if he's the one that's Agent Will that they all talk about and nobody knows who he is. Hot Bill from the Freemasons, that attorney office, it's either you're the attorney or you're messed up with that attorney. Or on a scam on me. They said also in Bob Evans, they already got that attorney's office for attempted murder. They found the 12/21/18 where they bashed in her head. They're looking for the rape and torture. Oh, you have them for so much more. December 16th, 18. I go down to Bob Evans to meet Darlene for pie, and that's where the fake FBI agents show up. So if those people that bashed in my head work for that attorney's office, then they're the fake FBI agents that bashed in my head. Fake FBI handlers. Okay? That they showed up there, and then that was December 16 of 18. That I was stabbed in the neck, bashed in the back of the head, beat, raped, and left for dead that day. Then, like the first week of January of 19, they show back up in Bob Evans and admit they left, the one guy left his comb over there. When they found the white comb on his dresser. One guy got cleaned up afterwards and left his comb. Admitted he was holding down during the attack. Dixie seen him stalking me clear into Maslin. Starting to get the idea. It's the attorney's office messed up in the drug cartel. The Freemasons helping out in this run the scam. Or that some guy named Pete on his own, and that bill from the Freemasons wrapped up in that attorney office. Getting the idea. I sent it to Josh so that they realize that Melissa and that lady's trying to railroad him into jail, trick him. Went on Google. Is it illegal for an attorney to set up button cameras, cyber stalking? The answer is yes. It's very illegal. They face criminal charges. Is it legal for them to break in and drug you for fake confession? No, it's very illegal. Both of those go in front of the Bar Association for disciplinary action, then criminal charges. And if they break any constitutional right, same thing. Get it? They've been lying to you that they can do this because they're attorney's office. Now I want you to think about this. No attorney could do this. No attorney at all. No one can. That's where it's crazy. They've been lying to you that they have special permission. They've been impersonating people to pull off this big, stupid scam here. And their scam, it's already been debunked years ago. The photoshopped of a washing scene in the shower in the other room. Photoshop that. Date, rape, amnesia, drug confessions. Told to say stuff. And their stalking tapes as a drug scam. You guys have them for human trafficking me, selling child pornography of my grandchildren using the potty. They have them for voyeurism, for taking naked pictures of me and my family using the bathroom. They have them for attempted murder, rape, drugs, kidnapping. They have so many life sentences, it's not even funny. Defrauding an FBI agent, selling government technology, impersonating federal agents, and impersonating officers. Get the idea? And I'll tell you what, I do not believe Michelle is the head of the Florida drug cartel. Because heads of cartel are diabolical. They're evil. They sell people. They sell drugs. They kill people. They sure as hell wouldn't be upset because some guy broke up with them. See what I mean? She's just like they said, they figured she was a front for someone. Oh, I'm sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and upload this. They said in 18 it was a gentleman's club from Florida that was running it. Henry Maffei's group, and the ones that work for Judge Peters from Florida. Over 3,000 people seeing them at Faith Family Church. Stark County Sheriffs. The Florida drug cartel was around me at least 6 months before the case. That's where the attempted kidnapping, attempted carjacking, that weird family showing up at the restaurant. Does he think it's funny bringing her here? I kept asking Dave who that was. He didn't know. To Michelle Keggy that lives right next to 128 Lenox. Still lives there. Seen a white car with 2 men watching my house for months before I left. They were around me at least 6 months before the case. Watching. That's where the attempted kidnapping, attempted carjacking. Yeah. I don't know if they were part of the attempted break-in, but Savannah, her Facebook friend, was the one that followed around to me, where they're sending out that emails to ask people to help harm me or to follow and harass me. But it's even, I went on Google that, is it illegal for a doctor to even look you up if you are not their patient? It is very illegal. It's like a 10-year sentence and $1.5 million fine. They face criminal charges. They can't look you up without your signed consent. They can't treat you. They can't diagnose you. They can't run around talking about you. See, that's where a lot of this is just people saying they're people. Get the idea? It's a big scam. Like the shower scene in the other room where they already admitted March 1st to 3rd of 21. They put 2 clips together, put her in a porn. It's not her, it's them. Then later on, what you're describing as showering sounds like you got undressing on the shower washing or something. Ha 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 ha. She figured out what they did. May 12th, 22 at noon. They found a tape of them admitting a shower scene in the other room. May 26th, 22 at noon. The shower scene was done on purpose to make you look weird. There's so many more. And then the drugs and told us where he had bruises before throwing up. Infected, it was us. It wasn't the wild water making you sick. It was us. We were drugging you until you say this. We were drugging you until you say that. We photoshopped all our lies. March 24, 22, 1:30, they meant to frame at me. But yet, they're still trying to pull their scam. Made fun of FBI agent John, June 7th, 23, how they fooled him. These people have been impersonating all kinds of people. You have to pull back the facade of who they're lying, who they are, and realize where they told Ed at the Oakland apartment, December 9, 21, for all the tapes before were them and not her. And it's just a bunch of men doing crimes down here to see if someone will stop them. Judge Peters in Florida, and 100 men went to jail in 22. The FBI got them. The marshals used the case, showed up January 20th, 23, announced herself in Worcester that they'll be taking care of them. They did 800 people in one sweep. Saved hundreds of people. Get the idea? They got Tarek Asami, where Michael Peterson in November, December 21 was bragging he was smuggling oil in the country as a third party. Was talking to him online, dealing with Tarek Asami. I kept telling him I didn't believe him, prove it, so he sent me a letter of allegation, a bill of sale. He sent me large money transfers, Western Union numbers. Even though the police and the FBI was taping along with me, I even got when he was leaving, what airport, where he was staying, where the port was coming back, and what state was buying the smuggled oil. Turn him in. A lady investigator said she called down there, asked about Michael Peterson's shipment, where he said he had to take extra money and pay them to push the paperwork through. It wasn't legit. They said they'd do an investigation. Tarek Asami last year was arrested with 50 other people for stealing from his government. You're welcome. Even the guy that was dating Michelle, we all know because of Michael Peterson and her tip of turning him in dealing with Tarek Asami, smuggling oil. Tarek Asami got arrested. I got him a world terrorist. Not bad for a little old lady. Some guy said I was listening to her today where I was like laying around in my room, and I know it's bugged, and I know the police, the FBI, and the investigators all listen to me. And bored, tired, exhausted. It's like, look, Agent John, we need to have a long talk about you paying your civilian employees on a more timely manner, your unsafe work environment for people. And I have a lot of workers' comp claims. They said, we knew she was joking around, but then you think about what kind of injury she has. It's not funny. I have a dead end head. Should have killed me. I stutter now when I'm upset. I had migraines for 2 years. It should have killed me. I was beat by my ex-husband, knocked into a wood railing, chicken winged my arm, damaged rib cage, damaged intestines, and where the drug cartel was drugging me up and beating on me at night. I'd wake up with big bruises all over my stomach. They almost ruptured my intestines. I had a CAT scan in my stomach. They said you have extremely large pouching in your intestines. It's only caused by being punched in your stomach several times extremely hard. They almost ruptured my intestines. They induced vomiting with all the drugs. They kept me drugged up so bad that they induced vomiting until my stomach shifted and it's up under my ribs. I need surgery to fix it. I even had to have my hip put back in place. I have lifelong injuries from this case. I would like my informant money. I really like to have my truck me money. I need a medical card, probably a new social, new phone and vehicle. Safer place for me and my husband to live, and you need to arrest Melissa for her admitting to Dixie that she was part of hiring those people. This whole thing is where they said everything was for Dave and Melissa to get everything in the beginning of the case. And I thought, I'm like, are they dating? Because I'd be sick. That's John's ex-wife. And, no, where David tried to kill me for his girlfriend, okay, that he had at the time. And it didn't work, and John divorced Melissa. They both want everything. She's friends with that girl that's trying to have me killed. It's Nate and Dave. They hire these gangsters to kick in my door, set up button cameras, Photoshop the shower scene. That's a bitch move. And what really is a bitch move is having them come in, and when I don't know they're in my house, lace drinks, Diet Cokes, take a drink in the room, go dizzy and black, come out of it throwing up, big bruises on me, having men beat on me. That's sick. Injection marks, have giant bruises throwing up. In fact, it had me beat and raped, drugged and framed. And if I die, I die. I won't be around. But if I live, they thought law enforcement was stupid. That they'd arrest me. Dave wouldn't have to pay alimony. He'd get everything. They're not stupid to fall for a drug scam. And then make me run for my life. Give up everything, running for my life. So I have to work 2 jobs. Make sure she can't move away. Make sure she doesn't have a good job. Make sure she has nothing. So when she pulls a bitch move on John, I can't afford to quit one of my jobs to help him. Where she came in his house uninvited after the divorce, snuck in, hid, wait for him to come out of the bathroom. He doesn't know she's there. Scream and lunge at him. Out of startled reaction, he pushes her. She laughs, now I got you. Had him arrested, had a bailout, had to get attorney pay fines, lost his kids for almost a year. Called me up and said, Mom, I need a reliable name to put on the court record so that I can have someone pick up my kids. I said, John, I work 2 jobs. I barely can hold my apartment now. If I quit one, I won't be able to even have an apartment. I won't have a place to live. But Mom, I'll lose my kids forever. If I don't have somebody reliable that I can put that the courts will trust to pick them up, I'll lose my kids forever. I said, John, I'm so sorry. I barely make it now. I can't even afford, I won't even be able to get off one job, let alone go into the second one to even pick them up. I can't quit my job. I am sorry. And he kept pleading. He was so angry at me, but there was nothing I could do. But that's what they wanted. So he'd lose his kids. He moved to Florida years ago, remarried to a beautiful woman. Comes up and visits his kids a couple times a year. But that way, Melissa got it. And that bitch and her mean games to pretend in front of the police and FBI, because that's all they are. Nobody went to the hospital. No emergency room report. No pictures of injuries. No police report. No police investigation. Why? Because they did it in front of the police and the FBI, telling her and Dave's psychotic girlfriend, telling those kids to lie for Auntie Shaw to get the house. And on Thanksgiving of 18, a legally bugged house that they made everything up. They were games of pretend giggling. John defended me that Melissa just had the kids make up something because of the divorce and I was going to be moving out. And trust me, Mom, nobody could say anything bad about you. But you have church people make up something too. But don't worry about it, Mom. No one could ever say anything bad about you. It's just being made up because of the divorce. Okay? Even Dave defended me. Karen, you're good to the kids, you're good to the grandkids, you never hurt anyone. You're good to everyone, no matter who it is. That's where October 23rd, 2019, Flora was laughing about it. That's where that agent was talking to one of the investigators on Saturday. He said all those kids were laughing about everything. The stuff they were making up, they were laughing. And that's why Flora was laughing October 23rd, 2019. Of course, it never happened. Of course, it wasn't true. We made it up. They were games of pretend, laughing. That's where Officer John, January 12th, 22, 4:55 p.m., stopped men at the door. While those kids kept stating they made everything up. They're documented mean games of pretend. They talked about arresting Melissa in 18 for her involvement in this. They let her go because her kids were little. Here she's one of the masterminds. With Dave, his sick girlfriend, Bill from the Freemasons, and that Pete that they hired on their own to run this big scam, trying to steal everything. Realize who's doing it and pull back the facade. I'm going to upload this.